YouTube, it's your girl Kim back with another video. So in today's video, I'm sure you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I use those skincare options that I talked about in my skincare routine video. But before we get into the video, you guys know what I ask. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning supporter, thank you for coming back. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, help me grow. Also support me on Instagram if you guys are not already doing so. But I got a request from one of my loyal supporters to show you guys how I actually use those different items. Now before I get into the video, what I'm gonna say is I am not a professional. I do recommend that you do your own research and figure out what works best for you. This is just what works for me. So for this portion of the video, I'm gonna be doing my derma roll. Now I have a 3-in-1, and I did a little bit of research on this. Now there's 3 pieces. The one I'm going to be using on my face is going to be this one. They do say that you can use the little one here for your nose. And in this one, I guess it's kind of big for your body. I'm going to try on another area of my body at some point in time. But what you're going to need for this video is I have a half a cotton swab. I don't need a whole one, so I don't want to waste because I don't like to waste. So I'm going to actually swab my face. You do want to make sure that your face is clean. You want to make sure that your derma roll is clean, because keep in mind you're putting cuts in your face essentially. You're puncturing little holes, so you want to make sure that nothing is going to get in there that could potentially irritate your skin. So again, do your own research. That's just what I have found that works for me. Now there are different sizes to the derma rolls. The one I'm going to be using, it's a 1mm. I think they recommend if you're starting out for the first time that you use 0.25. But again, my face is accustomed to all of this, so it works really well with that. I am also going to be using some alcohol. So I use the alcohol. Normally I don't really go over my face, but it's been a few hours and I just want to make sure my face is not dirty, even though I've toned it. So I'm just going to clean it again. Again, we just want to make sure nothing that's not supposed to be in my skin gets in my skin. Now, I don't normally recommend putting alcohol on the face. And I don't normally, again, do this when I'm derma rolling. But every now and again, I should say I do it. Just to make sure my face is really clean. I was wearing makeup today. And I just don't want that makeup to get in there. As you guys can see, my face is already pretty irritated. And of course, I picked it. Which is why there's a lot of hyperpigmentation going on. And then the other thing that I do before I use my derma roll, see? This is why I wanted to clean my face again. If you guys can see that. Hopefully you guys can. But yeah, it's pretty dirty. Not dirty, but there's makeup residue on my face. And derma rolling actually has a lot of benefits, not just for your skin. It can also help to regrow hair. I personally use it on someone else, and I know that it works for a fact. I don't know if you guys want me to show you a video on that, but if you have edges that are gone, if you use derma rolling, it can actually help you regrow your hair. It's actually, don't quote me, it's ancient medicine. I'm not sure what culture it's from, so I'm not going to quote it on that, but yeah. You are also going to need some hyaluronic acid. This is the one that I use. I'm going to link it down below. I picked it up from Amazon. The other thing that I do is I make sure and I clean my derma roll. So in addition to cleaning my face, every time I use this, before I use it, I put alcohol in it, and after, when I'm done, I put alcohol on it, just to make sure that it's sanitary, because again, you're putting little puncture wounds in your skin, and you just want to make sure that you're not going to get any sort of infection. So what I do is sometimes I soak it, but if I'm really in a rush like I am now, I'll just pour the alcohol just right on the roll itself. And that's just sufficient. And I just shake it off, or you can let it dry, but I'm usually in a rush, so I just shake it off. And then what I go in and do is I'll put the hyaluronic acid on my face. Now one thing that you also want to keep in mind is that they recommend that when you go over your face with the derma roll, that you don't go over an area more than 8 times in one direction. I think, don't quote me, but I probably do a little bit more than that, because again, my skin is used to it. So I'm going to go in, and sorry if I'm looking over in this direction, that's where my mirror is at. Normally, like I said, I do this in my bathroom. So I put 2 drops on, and then don't be alarmed if your skin is red afterwards. Now I may just fast forward. I always say fast forward and I never do it. But yeah. So you just go in and you roll. Now if it's the first time, these little pins that you're poking your face with can feel a little bit off, but I'm used to it. And if you guys try any of these methods, I just said I was going to fast forward and I didn't, right? Let me know, comment down below, let me know how it works out for you, but I absolutely love it. In that skincare video, I mentioned to you guys, you know, it helps with like blemishes, and that same day I went in and I derma rolled this and then right here, and they scabbed off already. So definitely a game changer in the skincare to me and for me. You just want to make sure there's no part of your skin that's dry when you're doing this, because you don't want to scratch your face. You don't want to damage it, because again, these are little needles. And I always try to go over the areas that I have problems with a little bit more. I don't even know if that's recommended, it's just what I do. And I also think this helps with like the size of your pores as well. I'm going to try to put the benefits of each one of these skincare options up on the screen so you guys can see them. But there are a lot of benefits to derma rolling. And I said not just for your face, but it also hair follicles. Like, I know for a fact it works for hair follicles. And I'm also going to derma roll just my neck as well. Why not, right? But not all the way down. Just right in that area. Sometimes I break out along my jawline, so just want to make sure I cover all my bases. I don't go too crazy on my neck the way I go on my face, but something is definitely better than nothing. So I'm finished derma rolling. I'm going to go in and spray some rose water. And then I'm going to go in and apply the oil that's in my cocotube. I'm going to have the oils listed down below. I'm going to try my best to list everything that I've used down below as well. But the reason I'm spraying the rose water is because the hyaluronic acid is, at this point, has dried. And in order for my face to absorb all the oils, I just needed to have a little bit more moisture. So I go in and I spray that. I do a generous amount because I want to make sure that my face is moist and ready to receive everything. Alright, and then I'll go in. I do a generous amount because I want to make sure that my face is not dry. As you guys recall, the next part of this video is going to be me microdermabrasion my face, and I've noticed that your face can be a little bit dry, especially after you're done derma rolling, because again, it's almost as though it's, not almost, this is what I feel happens, and again, I'm not a professional, but this is how it looks to me, like it's, I don't say like damaging, but it is, well, obviously creating puncture wounds on the face, but it's also getting rid of like the top layer and it's drying it out. So I put the oil on my face just to make sure my face doesn't look too dry. And what I do is I used to rub it in, but now I just go and I just like pat on my face. I found that this works a little bit better for my skin to absorb moisture. Same way I apply my skincare products, my daily skincare products I should say. I just want to make sure you put it on every place that you've done your derma roll. Okay, so we are in part 2 of this video. I am going to be doing a microderm on my face. Now I have this little scab here that I left so that I could purposely show you guys how the derma roll just dries out your skin. Now again, not dries out your skin, but dries out any blemishes. Now again, I'm not a professional. These are just things that work for me. Now these things I've been doing on my face for quite some time. You want to make sure that you do your own research and figure out what's going to work best for you. But with the microdermabrasion, one of the things that it does is going to remove dead skin off of your face. So it helps to give you, like, I don't want to say like that baby soft look to your skin, but that baby soft look. And it also helps with hyperpigmentation, which is the other reason why I use it. So you have filters. I have extra filters in here. I'm going to go in with a smaller tip. Now I use a New Brilliant and I've had this for a while. I paid $150 for this microdermabrasion like a long time ago. And yeah, it works. It works and it works well. Yeah, I probably do this on my, depending on how my face is doing. Like right now my face is a mess. It's partially a mess because of me. Like I would have breakouts, and if I probably did this before I picked, my hyperpigmentation probably wouldn't be as bad, but it is what it is. That's my flaw. my face is me. So I also have a spray bottle here because normally I do this in my bathroom, but you do want to make sure that when you're doing this your face is not dry. You want to have a little bit of slip to your face, and you don't want to really use like anything else. Like I wouldn't use my rose water on my face before I do this because your face just needs to be clean. So my face is freshly washed, and I'm gonna go in and spray my face to make sure that it's wet. It's a lot of water. Just to make sure that I get the results I'm going for. So usually I do this when my face is fresh out of the shower. It's almost as though it absorbs the water. And obviously you want to do it in an upward motion. Again, I'm not a professional, this is just what works for me. So I go on level 4, and then I do in like an upward motion. And you're only supposed to go over it like a couple of times, but again, I go over it a little bit more because my face is used to this. Now, in the new Brilliant, hopefully you guys can hear me over the machine, they give you a video that tells you, you know, how to do it if you're a first time user. And I'll show you guys when I'm done how much dead skin it has removed from my face. And you're not supposed to go here where your eyes are at, but I do it anyway. Again, I'm not a professional, this is just what works for me. Okay, so I'm gonna change tips. I'm gonna show you guys really quickly before I change tips just how much dirt, or should I say dead skin, is in this tip. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it. I don't know if you guys can see around here just how much dead skin is removed. Like, that's a lot. So it definitely works. And also what you'll notice is that your face may, like, I don't want to say like shed, but like anywhere where you didn't get like the microdermabrasion, you might see like where it's peeling a little bit, like these little blemishes that I have, they will dry off in a couple of days. So not worried about it. Now they do also have a finer tip. So that one's a little bit, it's like a medium. So they have like a, I guess like small, medium, and large kind of like sizes. But like, you know, I guess like fine. I don't know what the proper terminology is. It's like sandpaper. How you have different shades of sandpaper. It's the same thing. So this is the finer one. I'm just going to go in and just kind of like smooth it out a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bit more water because again, you don't want to do this with your skin dry because it will just like pull and tear your skin. So not a good thing. So alright. Make sure I have some slip. And go in again. Okay, so I'm finished with that. I'm going to show you guys, I don't know if you guys can see how much dirt, or should I say dead skin, has come off. So doing the derma roll first and then the microdermabrasion second definitely helps. So I did the derma roll on Thursday or Friday of last week. I can't remember exactly what day it was. We are now at Monday. So you want to give it a couple of days, you know, allow your skin, I guess, to shed. I don't know what the proper terminology is. You guys know I'm not a professional. It's just what works for me. So I am going to grab my toner and clean off my face. I'll do that for you guys on camera so you guys can see what that looks like, because it's still, there's still probably like bits of dead skin that I can't really see with my eye. And then I'm going to put my oils on my face with my rose water. So I'll be right back. So I'm back with my Witch Hazel toner. It's an all-natural toner. It's like $4. Well, it was $4 when I bought it. It's been a while. And then I have a cotton swab. I only use half because I only really need half. Like, why waste? So I'm gonna put the toner on there, and I'm gonna go in and wipe off my face. Now, the other reason why I like this toner is that it's really gentle. I was using a toner from Clinique, no shade, to do this, and because I would have like blemishes on my face, it would burn like really, really bad. Now you still feel it just a little bit with this, but it's definitely not as bad as it was with the Clinique. And just pretty much just clean everywhere. Now my face might look a little red, which is normal, and I'm going to show you guys. So I don't know if you guys can see all the dead skin that is on there. So now what I go in and do is, because I know my face can't hold any moisture if it's dry, because now it's been toned, so I go in with my rose water. I do a couple sprays. I'm pretty generous with it. Because again, I want to make sure that my face is going to be able to retain this moisture. And then I go in with the oils that are in my cocotube, which will be listed down below. And again, I only do this on my face. I only put the oils on my face when I'm actually doing like either a derma roll or a microderm, because I just want my face to... oils on your face every single day is not good for your pores. It's the best way to put it. So I have a generous amount of oil. I'm going to rub it in my hand. And then I just pat it in my face. I used to rub in whatever I was applying to my face, like whether it be like my Fenty, like my fat water, whatever it is. I used to rub those things in. Now I just pat it in, because I've come to realize that your face actually absorbs when you pat it rather than when you rub it in. So since it's better for my face and better for absorption, it's just best that I just pat it. Now, I haven't done a massage in a while, so I am going to do a massage. Now, I made my own version. Now, if you guys recall, in my last skincare video, I think I tagged the esthetician's girl. I don't remember. Her name's I Am Shelly, but I tagged her her video down below in my description. I'm not probably doing exactly the way she does it, so check out her video, but I'm going to do it with how I do it and what works for me. So I'm just putting lotion on the other ends of my knuckles, because I don't want my fingers to be dry. And just going in. Now this part I know I'm doing right, the jawline, because that's really important, but... And again, I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything in an upward motion.